In Mercy Falls, ordinary people face extraordinary moments. Moments that test their faith, challenge their hearts, and remind us what it truly means to follow Jesus. Today, I want to share 4 stories about compassion, kindness, generosity, and grace. And somewhere within these stories, you may just recognize yourself. Mason was a hardened biker who had lived a dangerous life. But one night, everything changed. After an encounter with a rival gang, Mason was beaten, his motorcycle destroyed, and he was left wounded on the side of the road. He cried out for help. People passed by. A couple saw him and hurried away. Even a priest noticed Mason lying there, but kept walking. Then Arthur, an African-American security guard, stopped. He knelt beside Mason and realized he was still alive.
"Help me."
Mason whispered. "I'm going to help you, buddy. What's your name?"
"Mason."
"My name is Arthur."
"Thank you, Art."
Arthur smiled. "My grandmama used to call me Art. You're going to be all right, Mason." Arthur got Mason to the hospital and stayed to make sure he received the help he needed. That night, Mason realized something. The people he expected to help him walked away, but the man who stopped showed him what the love of Jesus looks like. Mason survived, left the gang, and began a new life following Christ. And Arthur? He didn't just become Mason's neighbor. He became his friend. So I ask you today, who is your neighbor? Go, and do thou likewise. Luke 10 verse 37.
Every Sunday after church, Evelyn stopped at the same little diner in Mercy Falls. But one Sunday, she noticed an elderly man standing outside. His clothes were worn. His face looked tired. And he stared through the window at the plates of food being served. People walked past him without noticing. Evelyn did. "Sir, have you eaten today?"
"No, ma'am. Not since yesterday."
Evelyn smiled. "Well, there's an empty chair at my table."
"I don't have any money."
"I didn't ask you if you had money. I asked if you were hungry." His name was Samuel. As they ate, Samuel told Evelyn that he'd recently lost his wife, his home, and nearly all hope. Before leaving, Evelyn bought him another meal and helped connect him with a local shelter. Weeks later, Evelyn returned to the diner. Samuel was sitting at her usual table. He had found work and was beginning to rebuild his life. When Evelyn approached, Samuel smiled and pointed toward the chair across from him.
"There's an empty chair at my table."
Sometimes serving Jesus begins simply by noticing the person everyone else overlooked. Who might be waiting for you to notice them today?
Angela sat at her kitchen table, staring at 3 things. An overdue electric bill, an almost empty refrigerator, and a photograph of her 2 children. She had been working every hour she could, but this month there simply wasn't enough.
"Lord, I don't know what else to do."
The following morning, Angela opened her front door. A plain white envelope rested on the welcome mat. Inside were grocery gift cards and enough money to help with her electric bill. There was only one small note. "Jesus sees you. Don't give up." Across Mercy Falls, Mr. Reynolds was opening his hardware store. No one knew what he had done the night before, and that was exactly how he wanted it. Years earlier, someone had anonymously helped his family. Now, whenever God blessed him with enough to share, he quietly helped someone else. He didn't post about it. He didn't tell his friends. He didn't need applause. Sometimes God allows you to become the answer to someone's prayer, and nobody needs to know your name. Heaven already does.
Every Sunday, Thomas sat in the very back of the church. He arrived after everyone else and usually left before anyone could speak to him. Some members began whispering, "He never participates."
"I wonder why he even comes."
What they didn't know was that Thomas had spent years battling addiction. He had hurt his family, destroyed friendships, and made decisions he deeply regretted. Thomas didn't sit in the back because he didn't care about God. He sat there because he didn't believe he deserved to come any closer. One Sunday, Pastor Williams noticed Thomas sitting alone after everyone had left. Thomas stared at the floor.
"Pastor, I've done some terrible things. Maybe someone like me doesn't belong here."
Pastor Williams looked at him.
Thomas, if churches were only for perfect people, every seat in this building would be empty. Jesus already knows everything you've done, and he still wants you.
Tears filled Thomas's eyes. That morning, two men prayed together in the back pew. Months later, Thomas was still sitting in church. But he wasn't sitting in the back anymore. He was sitting beside his daughter, whom he had reconciled with after years apart. Be careful how you judge someone else's walk with God. You may only be seeing one chapter of a story that Jesus is still writing. Grace doesn't ask where you've been. Grace asks if you're ready to come home.
For people, for moments, and one message: love your neighbor. Notice the forgotten. Give without seeking recognition. And never believe someone is beyond the reach of God's grace. Jesus calls us not only to hear his word, but to live it. So as you leave Mercy Falls today, ask yourself, who can I show the love of Jesus to? May God bless you, and I'll see you in the next story.